Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test. Have you ever had this happen to you? Yes, emergency vehicles. You have to get off to the shoulder of the road safely and back onto the road without incident. And in some jurisdictions, this is required for your road test. So today we'll show you how to do that, make an emergency stop, pass your road test, and get off and on the road safely. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Hi there, Smart Drivers. Welcome back. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about emergency stops. This is a requirement for a road test in the province of Ontario and other jurisdictions. And essentially what they're getting you to simulate is an emergency vehicle approaching from the rear, and you need to get off the road onto the shoulder of the road to allow that emergency vehicle to get past, or other traffic situations that develop that you need to get off the shoulder of the road. But usually it's for emergency vehicles. So that's what we're going to show you how to do today, step by step. Now, if you're new to Smart Drive Test, Smart Drive Test helps new drivers get a license, veteran drivers to remain crash-free, and CDL drivers to start a career as a truck or bus driver. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button just about there and hit that bell. That way you'll get instant notification when we get the videos up for you. So we're going to go for a drive, hook up the cameras here, and show you how to do this emergency maneuver of getting off the road quickly and safely so you don't get rear-ended by other vehicles. When the examiner gets you to do an emergency stop, it's usually going to be in a residential area. It's going to be someplace that it's not too busy, there's low traffic density, and essentially what you'll be doing is you'll just be driving along at the speed limit, and the examiner will indicate, okay, I want you to do an emergency stop. You simply put your signal on, shoulder check again, and then move over to the outside of the lane, stop the vehicle, put your four-ways on, apply the parking brake into a neutral gear, wait for the emergency vehicle to go by or whatever other traffic condition caused you to do an emergency stop. The emergency vehicle goes by, cancel the four-way flashers, left signal on into a forward gear, release the parking brake, shoulder check, mirror, shoulder check again, and then we proceed and up to highway speed, whatever that may be. Here it's going to be 50 kilometers an hour. I'm going to do a right at the stop sign, shoulder check again, and I'll do one more for you just to show you how to properly do an emergency stop. And again, as I said, they're not going to get you to do this on a busy road for the purposes of a road test, but you may have to do it on a busy road if there are emergency vehicles. So the examiner just will indicate mirror signal, shoulder check again, make sure the way is clear, looking forward, shoulder checking, stop, into a neutral, parking brake applied, four-way flashers on, emergency vehicle goes past, and the examiner says to proceed. Cancel your four-way flashers, left signal on, shoulder check, there's a vehicle coming, I can see it in the mirror, vehicle goes past, shoulder check again, put it into a forward gear, and we proceed. And up to speed, and that is how you do an emergency stop for the purposes of a road test. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. Thanks very much for watching. Good luck on your road test. And remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.